Hi, I'm Miss Sydney. I'm Ollie's teacher, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to be helping Ollie with practicing for her new job at Backroom Shoes. So another part of her job that will be important for her to know is how to recognize different types of shoes. This can be helpful with helping customers find what they're looking for or putting things away or other times and circumstances like that. So we're going to be teaching her how to look at a shoe and then know what kind of shoe it is. So I've written a IEP objective, and I've included it below, and this will be the goal that we can be measuring her progress by. So first, you'll have the 4 required elements of a IEP objective, and this will include the student, which is Ollie, the condition, which means the circumstances that need to be had for her to be able to complete this behavior, and then the actual behavior, which is what she needs to do, and then the criterion, which is the goal that we've created to know how she is doing. So we're going to be using the instructional method called constant time delay. And in this method, for the initial instruction, we'll be using a 0-second time delay, meaning that after giving the task direction, we will immediately give her the controlling prompt, meaning that right after we ask her the question of what kind of shoe it is, we're going to verbally tell her the answer. And so we'll have a consistent number of seconds to wait after the 0-second time delay, meaning that after we've finished having the immediate response, the immediate prompting from us, we'll move to a consistent number of seconds that we'll wait before giving the response, meaning that we will ask her the question, then wait, in this case, 3 seconds, and then we'll verbally provide her with the answer. And this is called a discrete task, meaning that's a single action that we can observe and measure, meaning that in other cases, there's multiple different steps that we go through that will create a chained task, but this is just one. She's gonna look at the picture and tell us what type of shoe it is. As for her instructional schedule, we can work on this at school anytime that we have between 8 and 11 in the morning, and then 1 and 3 p.m. on Monday through Friday. Specifically on Tuesdays, we'll definitely be practicing at the store because we'll be taking a field trip there. But parents, you can work on this at home at any time that works for you. So our goal is to generalize the skill, meaning that she can do it in any kind of circumstances, with any kinds of shoes, all different places. So we need to be focusing on changing the photos that we use every 3 days would be the goal, so that she can become familiar with them and understand what shoes are what types, but also we want her to be familiar with all different shoes and know that there's more shoes than just the 9 that we have been using to practice. So making sure that we change those will help with generalization. Also practicing at different times in different places, different people administering it will be really great, and that's where you guys come in with being people other than me. So we'll also be practicing identifying shoes with real shoes on Tuesdays at the store during our field trip, which will be helpful for her to actually see what it'll really be like looking at real shoes rather than just pictures. So the materials required will be shoe flashcards, a data sheet, shoes when we're at the shoe store, and then a pen to take data. And shoe flashcards, I have in the video that I've provided, I just screenshotted pictures off of the internet, and then I just put them in my camera roll to use, but you can also print things if that would be helpful. But I just felt like this is the most environmentally friendly way to be changing photos all the time. So first, we'll use an attentional cue, and this is how she knows we're getting to work. We'll say, it's time to practice for work. And then we'll move into the task direction every time before we show her the picture, and we'll say, what kind of shoe is this? And we'll show her the picture. And this is what tells her to begin the task and give us a response. And we'll say this every time, which is the same as the attentional cue. Then for reinforcement, we will have verbal praise given after every successful behavior. And the target behavior will be reinforced on a continuous reinforcement schedule, one-to-one schedule, meaning that every time she gets the correct answer, we'll be giving her praise. So every one time she gets it correct, she'll get reinforcement. And it'll be continuous for every time that we complete this practice. And so then she'll be getting reinforcement after every occurrence of the target behavior. And then after every time that we give the task direction, we will wait And then, so after we give the task direction, and then after we give the controlling prompt, meaning that whenever we verbally tell her the answer, we'll wait a 3-second response interval before we give either the reinforcement like we talked about before, or before we give her error correction, meaning if responding to a no response or an incorrect response. We'll wait 3 seconds, and that is called a response interval, because that's the amount of time that we give her to respond to whatever we've asked her to do. So now we're going to be showing a video of 0-second time delay for constant time delay. So that will mean that basically I will give the task direction and then immediately come in with the controlling prompt. So there's no time delay in between those two to give an opportunity for them to respond without their prompt. So basically they will just have to repeat what I say after the controlling prompt. This is the operationalization for the 0-second instructional trial, so we'll be following this in the following video. So this is the data sheet for constant time delay 0 seconds. So that means that whenever you do each of the shoes, you'll fill in and how she responded to it. So for prompted correct, that means if she answered correctly after you gave her the prompt, PI would be prompted incorrect as she didn't do it, and then if she didn't give any response, you'd put NR in the box. All right, Grady, it's time to practice for work. What kind of shoe is this? Flip-flops. These are flip-flops. Make sure that you're listening because I just said it, and then you just repeat it. Flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
Great job, Grady. What kind of shoes are these? High heels.
High heels.
Great job. What kind of shoes are these? Sneakers.
Nike.
These are sneakers. I just said the answer, so you just need to repeat it. Sneakers.
Those are sneakers.
Great job. What kind of shoes are these? Boots.
Boots.
Great job. What kind of shoes are these? Sneakers. These are sneakers. I just said the answer, and you just need to repeat it. Sneakers.
Sneakers.
Great job. What kind of shoes are these? Boots.
Boots.
Great job. What kind of shoes are these? Flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
Great job. What kind of shoes are these? High heels.
That looks like a snake.
These are high heels. I just said the answer. You just need to repeat it. High heels.
High heels.
Great job. You're all done. So now we're going to be doing 3-second time delay. So that means that I'll give the task direction and then wait 3 seconds before giving the controlling prompt, which gives them an opportunity to answer the question without help. But if they don't know the answer, they wait and then we can tell them the answer. But if they say the answer before the controlling prompt within the response interval, if they say the answer then but it's incorrect, we want to remind them that they need to wait and then we can help them. So this is the operationalization, or the steps that break down this trial for the 3-second time delay. So we will be following this in the following clip. So this is the data table for constant time delay for 3-second trial. So in each of the boxes, there's different things that you can put in them. Unprompted correct would be if they answer before you give the controlling prompt, and then it was correct. Unprompted incorrect would be before the controlling prompt, but it was not correct. And then prompted correct would be after the controlling prompt correctly. Prompted incorrect would be after the controlling prompt incorrectly, and then you could mark no response. So you'd be marking those as you go and then calculating the accuracy after each instructional session. All right, Grady, it's time to practice for work. I'm going to show you a picture of the shoes, but this time I'm going to give you some time to respond. But if you don't know what kind of shoe it is, just wait and I'll tell you and then you can just repeat it. What kind of shoes are these?
Sandals.
These are flip-flops. If you don't know the answer, just wait and I'll tell you. Flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
Great job. What kind of shoes are these?
They're black.
These are high heels. If you don't know the answer, just wait and I'll tell you. High heels. These are high heels.
High heels.
Great job. What kind of shoes are these?
Sneakers.
Great job. What kind of shoes are these? Thank you for waiting. These are boots.
Boots.
Great job. What kind of shoes are these?
Sneakers.
Great job. What kind of shoes are these? These are boots.
Boots.
Great job. What kind of shoes are these?
They look comfortable.
These are flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
Great job. What kind of shoes are these?
Whoa, those look like snake skin.
These are high heels.
High heels.
Great job.
All right, so that's all you'll need for constant time delay. Make sure that you can look back on the IP, and the fidelity check will be super helpful for y'all. I think that this will be really beneficial for Ollie.